All right, so this is a 05 1200. Been beating on it pretty hard lately, so we're gonna go ahead and change the primary fluid. It is a T25 and a 16 mil. A Harbor Freight ratchet. You can put one on each side, makes shit easy. So pop this cover loose. It's 225, two T25s, and you can do whichever. It doesn't really matter. I always just pull this cover off there, give it a little bit of airflow. One. She don't lose those. I'm sure Harley probably charges $1 million a piece for them. And two. Wow, that cover's hot. Good idea to go ahead and bring the bike up at temp, just like if you're changing oil. Just makes everything flow a little better. Got your gasket. Set that down. I'm actually going to set that on the top of this little box. So these do, see if you can see them, have these rubber gaskets. Just inspect them, make sure they're not torn, broken, or damaged. Oh, that's gone forever. Might as well drop the other one in there, huh? Pop this drain bolt loose. It's not this one, okay? It is this one right here on the back side of the primary, just above the kickstand. All right, sorry about that. Had to drop the kickstand, get my drain pan in the way underneath here. One more thing, you want the bike to be sitting up pretty level, just as close as you can get it. A lot of guys will take the bars, strap the bars to the walls. I like using jack stands. Just find somewhere. I've got the passenger peg on this side, and I believe it's under my mid control on the opposite side. Sorry about the finger. But yep, you just pull your, see if we can not drop this in there. That would be great. Oh, I did drop it. And so it's a magnetic tip. We've got some metal. It's a clutch. And again, I mean, I ride this thing pretty hard. Wheelies, stuff like that. I guess that's not terrible. It smells terrible, but it's gear fluid. It doesn't like to be a bunch of metal chunks or anything. Little shavings like that you will have, just because, again, like I said, it's coming out of where your clutch area is, so not really a big deal. I wouldn't worry about that too much. It'll drain relatively fast, so I'm going to grab a rag, clean all that up, inspect, again, my little seal there, just to make sure there's no nicks, cracks, or tears in it. All right, so we got the bolt all cleaned up. About as best as we could get it. I don't have any brake clean, which I typically like to spray brake clean in there. Just get all that gunk off of there. Not a huge deal. I change mine relatively often. Again, we do burnouts, wheelies, stuff like that. Hopefully here soon I can start getting you guys a bunch of videos of that. So, you know, we ride them relatively hard. Another thing I like to do, just take my rag, come down here, try to clean it up best you can. That way we don't have a bunch of leftover gear oil. That stuff is smelly. Drop your rag in it just for good measure so you make an even bigger mess. Then you can go ahead and throw this drain plug right back in. Not sure of the torque spec, but I can tell you what you don't want to do. You do not want to over tighten this bolt. I imagine jacking it up and helicoiling that would not be a good time. So get it back tight. Relative pressure, again, I don't know the torque spec. It probably should be torque spec. Never put any Loctite on bolts like that. Shifters, foot pegs, stuff like that. Stuff that could come off. Handlebar mounts, risers. Those things absolutely 100% need Loctite. Drain bolts do not, okay? You're going to constantly be pulling those apart. So you never want to do that. Make sure you clean up your piece right here. Get everything done. We're going to tighten that bolt back up. So you'll set it down. Obviously the flat side on the outside. Match your seal up after you've wiped it down and got it all taken care of. Make sure everything looks good, lines up. Stick it right back on the bike. I like to pop the seal in there. Don't push it too far. Throw it up there. It'll sit there by itself as long as the bike's straight up and down. Again, you have to have it straight up and down. Make sure you get everything out. Start threading your bolts in by hand, just making sure we're not going to strip anything out. Cross-thread anything, because I don't know about you guys, but cross-threaded bolts suck, and I do not enjoy fixing them. Again, I don't know the torque specs. I apologize. I know it's 1 US quart of your choice of primary fluid. Again, get a little snug on that side. Kind of hard to do it with one hand. Snug on that side. And then choke up on your ratchet. Turn it in. Choke up on your ratchet. Turn it in. Do not over tighten these guys. You will break and have a bad time. That's it. That's all there is to it. That's primary fluid on an 05 Sportster. If you got any questions, drop down in the comments. And again, hope we see you guys on the next ones. Wish I would recorded throwing these pegs on. Wish I would recorded putting the mids on. Just throw the new rear shocks on a little bit taller. Try to help me get up there in wheelies. But hopefully we'll see you again back for the next video. Gonna be lots of content coming hopefully soon. Wheelies, rolling burnouts, instructional videos if that's what you guys want. But if you want to see something, again, I'm on a 05 Sportster. Drop it down in the comments. My buddy has a 07 lowrider. It's a Dyna. So Dyna videos, Sportster videos is kind of what we're here to do. If you have any questions, please drop them in the videos and we'll try to cover it for you. Appreciate it.